What up, friends? How are you doing? I hope all is well on your end. Good morning again. I'm back, feeling better. Okay. Did y'all read? Did y'all? I left a link in my last video for Saint Bibiana. Okay. Take a look at it. Okay. It's sad. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So, lives life. The spiritually awoken, saved person. Okay. So turns out she didn't take Christian to his ring ceremony. Okay. Her son Christian, the son she shares with Gerard, their team won like I don't know if it was for the state or what, but they won rings, you know, for football. Okay, for the season, and Liv was a no show. She didn't even go. Like, what's the point? You know, that's what you work the whole season for, is to, for the ring, right? Like, that's what you work your whole relationship for, is for the ring, right? Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. I thought of a funny, okay? A funny. Okay. So, is this because you're upset? Because in the end, you got left because you were a meanie, okay? Let's just keep it a buck, okay? She's a meanie and didn't appreciate what she had right in front of her for 9 years, you know? So you're jealous because Gerard found happiness elsewhere. Gerard found happiness elsewhere, okay? And so in retaliation, you're gonna sacrifice your son's happiness for your happiness so you can get a kick out of it, you know? Because you had control of where Christian was this weekend because it was your, technically your weekend, and you didn't even bother to show up to drop him off or anything to the ring ceremony. So you're making your son suffer, you know? I know it's different in California, okay? But here in Texas, you just basically cut, like, that's like the lowest thing you can do in Texas, is to have your son work hard all season for for this ring, and he it's like going all the years of high school and not going to your graduation. Like, how do you do that to your son for yourself? Now that's how I know you're not spiritually awakened. You're not even started on your journey. It's all a bunch of BS, because you would be the bigger person and put your son's feelings ahead of your own. That's how I know you're lying. Okay? You would put them over your pride and ego. You need to have a pride and ego death, hunty, if you're still bitter, doing these little tactics just to get a thrill or kicks out of Gerard. You're not spiritually awakened and you're not saved. So you therefore you are not going to get the rewards out of life from the universe, because you are still being petty. Okay? You haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the shadow work. All of your work that you've supposedly done is all superficial. It's all surface. It's all just for talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. You go and watch people's videos and you quote them and you say, you claim the work as your own. And it's not even your own work. You're just taking what another person is saying and regurgitating it ass backwards and sounding stupid on your channel. That's how the universe and God, that's how they know. Because you are a fucking liar. Okay? And that's how you're not succeeding. That's how you're going to stay stagnant in the same spot you're at. I imagine in a year from now, if you continue, you're going to be right where you are right now, if not worse. So, mark my words, people. And that's because you a dang lie. You can't lie about doing your work and shadow work. You can't. You're not going to be rewarded. You won't be rewarded. As a matter of fact, you'll keep on getting knocked down. Okay? That's lesson number one for you, Hunty. Lesson number one. But that's for you to learn. I was there a long time ago. And like I said, you can do this. You can turn this around. But you need to have an ego death. Okay? Death of the ego. You don't want Gerard. You don't want him. You didn't want him. You didn't care about him. You didn't love him the whole time you were with him. You just it's your ego. It's your pride and your ego that wants him. You won't let that man be happy. He found his fucking happiness. He found his queen. He found who he wants. Leave him the fuck alone, bitch. Jeez. Oh my gosh. But here in Texas, we don't play like that, okay? Aren't you freaking embarrassed? This is playing out on the internet. You swear you're over him. You swear. You swear you are over him. You're so over him. You had a baby during your marriage. During your marriage. But you're talking about Antonisha swiping him from you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You had a whole baby with a whole pedophile. And you want to talk about that beautiful love story? I don't think so. I think you have it all backwards up in your head. You really do. And you really need to take a look at yourself and your actions and what the fuck you're going to do. Because I'm telling you, I was there. I was there. I had a lot of pride and ego. I was like, no. And I didn't know I was such an egotistical person. I didn't know until this year. I didn't know. But you have to be a selfless person or you're not going to be rewarded. That's just not how it works. You can't be stuck in your ego and pulling stunts like this fucking, despite Gerard, like you can't do that. That's not how it works. That's how I know you're not doing your work. That's how I know you haven't changed. All your changes are just superficial. It's just a safe face for your people to believe that you're making changes when you're not. Like, it takes one to recognize one. You know what I mean? So you can tell when people aren't changing. Okay, it's just a feeling deep down inside that you just know. And she ain't shit. Okay, and I'm saying that respectfully. Okay. Anyways, poor Christian. I hope he's okay. Um, it's sad that he's being thrown in the middle and sacrificed by his mother. But you know what? We're all here to learn lessons, and this is going to be a hard lesson she's going to learn because best believe you taking that joy away from that boy, karma on your ass instantly because you know better. Anyways, we don't play in Texas about football. We are very passionate about the footballs, okay? I cannot believe she did this, but look who we're talking about. It's sad. I feel really bad for Christian. I hope he's okay. Anyways, oh, and isn't it embarrassing? Like the whole team knows. The whole team knows that you're bitter and you don't want Christian to go to the ring ceremony. He worked all season for that ring. Like you didn't work for your ring. It was just given to you because by default because you were the baby mama. But your son actually worked for that ring and you didn't let him have his moment. You didn't let him go celebrate with his teammates for all the hard work, all the dedication, all the blood, sweat, and tears, and probably sprained ankles or, broken wrists, not broken wrists, all that pain he put his little body through, which is not pain. It's like growing pains. And for what? For you, just to boost your ego. Shaking my head. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. I don't even have to tell you what the lesson is here. You can, come on. You know what the lesson is here. Alrighty, y'all have a good day. Goodbye.